Hi, my name is Joanna.
I'm Janice.
I'm Julia.
I'm Caleb, and today we'll be talking about the music industry. Especially the Western music industry. It's filled with these mega pop stars, right? Britney Spears,
Katy Perry,
Christina Aguilera, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift. And especially with the case of Britney Spears, it feels like whenever they enter the industry,
especially she was so young.
When she was so young, it's easier for them to fall apart.
Yeah.
Or have mental health issues, which in my thinking is the industry's fault.
Mm-hmm.
Because so many singers, so many bands, so many people in the industry, a lot of them, resorted to drug use, committed suicide.
Some of them even to suicide.
Yeah,
I've noticed that in K-pop.
Yeah.
Mental breakdown.
A lot of mental health issues that are never fixed, in my opinion, because people continue to,
When you're out there and you're that famous, how Britney Spears was, there's always gonna be someone to say something that's gonna affect you, and she was so young, because she gets maybe a bunch of love, from her fans, but then there's this small group of people who will say something and that will affect her,
And it seems like they never get any help for it.
Yeah.
Because even now I heard that a K-pop idol committed suicide, very recently, because of all these hate comments, and you would think that when people,
when you start noticing those,
when you start noticing them, that companies,
their manager or something,
companies managers would
do
something about it, but it's not the case. People keep on doing it, so it's just that the industry cares very little about
they expect the person who they're managing to do so much stuff and have to deal with so much stuff, produce music and put it out there, and
they're like puppets. They're being
they
especially
forget
with
that
Britney Spears.
It's okay.
Especially with Britney Spears, until recently she was allowed to vote. She couldn't even vote for.
She's allowed to vote now.
I don't know. It's still so complicated. She's not allowed to vote.
She was put in a mental hospital.
But recently, and then. No, in what happened in 2007, they labeled her as too unstable to vote, to drive her own car, which is probably all
basically
false.
Do anything
by herself.
So then she had to rely heavily on her management, her company, which just feels fishy, right?
Yeah.
She's her own person, but she has to rely so much on other people.
She's a person sometimes, I feel and just see her as this thing to make them money.
Yeah.
Not to mention she's really old now. She's almost.
She has kids.
She has kids. She's almost 40, and she's still labeled as this unstable person. When the thing that happened in, what was it, 2007? It was so long ago.
I don't even know.
That was over 10 years ago.
Yeah, so it's just wild that people in the industry are still treated like this, and are still sort of abused like this.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad.
The industry has a lot of weight on the celebrity.
Yeah, they do.
It's scary, and they have to do a lot of stuff.
They have so the pressure they feel is probably insane. It's
worse than college and university.
Yeah,
pressure.
It's crazy. Because it's anyone, It's anyone in the world. You go to college, it's for your career, for your future, whatever. Maybe make your parents proud. I don't know. But then for this, it's so many people rely on them, And it's they're working not for themselves, but for everybody, all their fans, whatever.
Yeah, they're not their own person. I know a lot of people aren't themselves in the industry.
Yeah, and so many people change in the industry too, or whenever they get into fame or whatever, they change a lot.
What about Billie Eilish?
Billie Eilish?
She's only 17.
She was put into the industry when she was 14. Yeah.
But isn't it weird how she all of a sudden blew up?
I think her the first song she did that got popular, she was 15 at the time. And like she's like also like sexualized a lot too, and especially when she's young. And it's like that's why she wears like baggy clothes, because like she doesn't want people to do that to her anymore, which is really sucky because she's so young. But
sort of gross too.
Baggy clothes are so comfy too.
They are comfy. But it sucks that she feels like she has to do this because she doesn't want people, because you can't control what other people think, you know.
Yeah. Also, how the industry is so reliant on things on like star power rather than real talent. As to why, like
performance versus like actual talent.
As to why, like Selena Gomez, like she can.
Oh my God, Selena Gomez.
She can like she's. I bet she's a great person. She's probably like she can sing. It's just she's not quite as talented as other singers who are less popular than her.
There's so many
underground singers.
They
have so much talent.
It's crazy.
Which is so sad. Is just because she's the one with like the really pretty face with the really like
she's had fame before as well. She was on like Disney Channel, then Disney Channel kind of got her into music, things like that. And it's like I can just name so much underrated people who will never get as big as her.
My God.
Never be as great as Taylor Swift.
Go to SoundCloud, you find so many.
SoundCloud, yeah, for sure.
One thing that I've noticed, well, you know how like the music, you know when you turn on the radio, it's like, oh, crap. The song is overplayed. We all know that.
Yeah.
But, like, haven't you noticed I don't know if you've seen like compared underground singers to like when let's just say The Weeknd. You know The Weeknd, right?
Yeah.
You compared his latest song to like his old song.
Oh yeah, like their music style changes and stuff.
Yeah, and like it sounds pretty generic. It sounds like they're
just like another
changes mainstream to like what people like.
Yeah. It's like artists who had like I really like Joji. Like Joji's
really good.
Joji's my favorite, but like his first album is called In Tongues, and that album is a lot different than his recent song. His recent song is a lot more upbeat and poppy than his first album, where it's kind of lo-fi, kind of sad type of thing.
Same with like other artists.
Lots of artists are like
SZA,
that.
you know SZA.
Oh yeah, SZA.
Yeah, her music has changed. She hasn't made music in a long time because she wants to quit.
And I think it's maybe just to appeal to mainstream, you know, just to say like, hey, like they seem to like this.
Tinashe, her company did not allow her to release songs that did not sound mainstream, so she quit her label.
Which
it was
is
like a big
because
thing.
Music is supposed to be something, or I think it should be something where you're able to express yourself. You could do whatever you want.
Companies are so money hungry. They're so.
Did you know that like when people like this is off topic, but like
not go for it.
You know, companies when they ask you for like, let's say you're in a grocery store, like let's just say Superstore or like Safeway or whatever, they ask you for like donations. They don't really actually donate it. They use it for like their tax deductions.
Don't. Oh, when I was a kid, like I go to the store and it's like this little like can with a slit in it. And it's like, donate to the dog charity. I'm like, Mom, excuse me, like, give me $1 for doing this.
But I'm pretty sure they don't do it. They use like half the money for themselves.
Oh yeah, they probably like, maybe they do give some, but it's probably not all, like 100% of the.
Yeah.
No, probably not.
Like, that's my money. Where's it going?
Another example to the whole point about people who are not as talented getting popular, you know, Cardi B.
Oh my God, Cardi B.
She doesn't like.
She can't sing.
She's not good.
She's just loud and she just.
She can't sing. She can't sing. She can barely rap, and she doesn't even write her own song. Like she doesn't write her own songs.
Cardi B.
Everyone knows she doesn't write her songs, but she's so popular compared to other rappers who are so.
Cardi B. She had
underrated.
Like the song that got her big was Bodak Yellow. And it's like, and everyone's like, oh yeah, it's good. It's like, it's catchy. But then you listen to everything else, and it's like, she's only rapping in one tempo, and it's all the same pace, you know? It's not different. It's like, it's a Cardi song. It's like.
Came through dripping. I like that song though. I don't know, it's kind of good.
and it's just sad that someone like her is going so big when people with more talent are getting outshined and deserve it.
Yeah, and it could be like, you know, maybe like people have different taste or whatever, but it's like majority just seems to like this certain type.
Yeah.
And it's like it's sad for like artists who are really, really talented, but they don't get recognized because people prefer things that are
They
like
have like a certain standard.
Yeah.
Like visual wise or like music.
performance, all that.
Yeah, like they're usually like overshadowed by people that
Yeah.
and, like if they're like two artists, if they do the same genre of music, but like one will be overshadowed by the other because like people would prefer the other artists like their visual. Like
Yeah.
that happens a lot.
Or it's like even if like a super popular artist releases a song and it's not even good,
They'll still hype it up.
it'll
Yeah.
still
Yeah,
like,
like
do well. and
Blueface,
stuff.
Bad Baby.
Yeah.
It's like, well, you don't
It's
got
not-
no talent.
Like Katy Perry, like Swish Bish, like that's not even. I don't. It's like
Swish.
it's
swish,
like whatever,
swish.
you know. But it's still you hear it on the radio all the time because it's Katy Perry.
Yeah,
You know, it's
I feel like
mainstream.
they do it because of their name.
Because of the name. Yep.
Ariana Grande, I mean, like, she sings really well, but, like,
Mhm.
the melody and all the stuff are the
You
same.
can tell it's
It's
like,
very mainstream.
yes.
It's not really her
It's
style.
not unique.
Mm-hmm.
New.
A lot of the
I mean,
times on the radio they play the songs they play we hear all over again because they play the Billboard Top 100.
Yeah.
That's why. So like unless there's new songs that go up, we won't listen to new songs like how, for example, Senorita we hear it all the time on the radio.
Oh, Senorita.
Because like people just love it so much or like they just keep listening to it so it's
Yeah.
like always in the top.
That's how
Billboard.
companies make money, because
Yeah,
they
it's
make
like-
songs that sound the same, because that's what
They
everybody
make
likes.
songs that sound the same. It gets onto like the top like 100 or whatever.
They
It's
don't
on
got
the
no talent.
it's on the top 100, so people will listen to it because it's mainstream, giving it plays, and it's a cycle.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Whoa, we got it.
Sometimes it could be like it might not even be the fans who listen to it that make it like and go into the top 100. It might be like the company.
Yeah. Okay, so, anyways, that concludes our podcast.
Our first episode.
Our first ever. This is my first podcast.
Yeah,
This-
me too.
This is
Yeah.
fun. It's cool.
Just like gossiping about.
Talking about things.
We're Joanna, Janice, Julia, and Caleb. And bye. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.